In this program, we are going to input n numbers into an array. We will then find the average of all these numbers, and then we will print all numbers that are above average. Here we go with the program code. Program control enters the main function, and on line 7 we declare integer array A, with capacity to store 100 integer values starting from A0 to A99. Also are declared 4 integer variables, n, I, and variables sm and av, initialized with 0. On line 8 of program code, the user is prompted, "How many numbers can you provide?" I enter 5. As per line 9 of program code, the value 5 is stored in variable n. Then on line 10, the system acknowledges, and prompts to enter 5 numbers. The for loop, on line 11 works. I is initialized with 0. The loop executes until I is less than n, or 5. I enter value 10 in the console. As per line 13 of program code, this value is stored in element of array A, index I. Since I is 0, 10 will be stored in element A0. In program code, the control next shifts to line 14. It sums up all the numbers that we enter so that we can finally find the average. It says to add the value within A, I, or here, A0, to the value within variable sm. So 10 is added to 0, and value in sm becomes 10. Then the for loop continues. I becomes 1. Next, 55 is entered. It's stored in A, I, or A1. This value 55 is also added to variable sm. So sm now becomes 65. Next, 12 is entered. It's stored in A2. It's added to sm, and sm becomes 77. Similarly, 88 is stored in A3. sm becomes 165. Finally, 19 is stored in A4, and sm, or sum, becomes 184. By now I has become 5, and so the for loop stops executing. In the code, program control next shifts to line 17. On this line, we find average of all the numbers entered. So, it's sum of all numbers as stored in sm, divided by total numbers as stored in n, and that is, 184 divided by 5. It's stored in AV. So value 36 is stored here. As per line 18 of program code, the average is printed onto the output screen, and line 19 prints the text, numbers above average 36 are. Then on line 21 we have another for loop to traverse each values within the array. As per line 23, value in first location is checked if it's greater than average. It's not, and so loop continues. Second value is checked. It's 55, and is greater than average 36. So this value gets printed onto the output screen. Then the next value is checked. And then the next. Here, 88 is greater than 36. So it's printed onto screen. The final value is also checked. The program ends. So finally we have identified two numbers, 55 and 88, that are greater than the average of all given numbers.